Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another part in our WordPress business website building series. Okay, finally we're back to working on the site itself after a bunch of sidetracks. I mean, all valuable stuff though. All really valuable sidetracks and worthwhile to somebody that didn't really know this stuff before. But I'm just going to jump right into doing some modification. And if this video gets long or if some sections are longer than I want them to be, I'm going to fast forward them, but I'll do it real time. Like I'll speed up the video so you can see. Because I want to build this site kind of real time and show it, but I don't want to have like a 6-hour long video where I'm just kind of making decisions on styling and stuff. So let's just kind of get started. I said I didn't really like these. I'm not even super necessarily happy with this total top here, like this is contact us and all that. I mean, it's okay, but I wanted to look into this because we had some issues with the background, the image being that lady. I don't want that. And I would rather take a snapshot, like, see this disable looping right here? I kind of wanted to just have a snapshot of those flowers to make a solid background picture, like disabling looping, and then it's just like that. And then I want a snapshot of that, but that's all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it like that. Now, mobile support, I told you, I don't think videos work on mobile. I think that on mobile we need to have a background image. And so let's go ahead and set a nice background image of these flowers. Either we can go find a set of flowers that we like for mobile, or we could just have those behind. Like I said, we could play this video in a video editor and then snap a picture of it where we want it. Just pause the video and snap it where we want it. And I'm even considering the idea of doing that. Let's go into our dashboard and take a look at our media. We might be able even to do that in here. I don't know if the video plays in here when you open it. Oh, it does. Good. Okay, so let's put it right at the end here. So I'll show you kind of a cool tool we can use for this. Maybe I can open this in a totally its own browser window. I don't know if it'll do that. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we can wait right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a program from TechSmith. And we're going to call it, yeah, TechSmith Capture. You know what, I might already have it. I do. Okay, so when you have TechSmith Capture, which is a free tool, by the way, you can open it, and then you can right-click it and hit Capture, and it opens up this. Although, you know what, it's going to get in the way. The bar itself is going to get in the way. So let's go ahead and look at our Shift 11, huh? F11. Okay, well, I'll give that a try. Although I'm on a laptop, so I don't know how that's going to work. Oh, good. It worked. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a snapshot here of this. I want this to be our solid background picture. And like I said, if this is too slow, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward some of this because this is going to be a bunch of real-time editing I'm doing. So look at that. Now we have a pretty nice little snapshot. Let's go ahead and put it on the desktop. And I don't even care what it's called. Usually I would rename it, but I'm just going to leave it for that for now. Close the preview. All right, awesome. So that worked out. So back in the front here, we can add a background image, upload a file, upload that file, and now we have a we have a solid image. So if we were to get rid of the video and take a look at the image, aha, look at that. So is it really nice for flowers you tried? I don't know. It's got the hands and all that. I kind of wanted it just to be the flowers, honestly. I mean, I don't know if we can fast forward to that part. Let me take a look and pause it maybe right there. Yeah, I kind of want it a little further, actually. I don't want the hands. I want it just like that right there. So Shift F11 again. For anybody out there who's like really interested in watching real-time development and kind of like somebody who's just developing a site without any real plan, just kind of building it real time, you're getting your money's worth right now. All right, let's call this main flowers 2. And it's PNG. All right, perfect. I think this will look much better. I don't know why the hands were throwing me off. Just visually, I didn't really like it. I kind of wanted it just to be the flowers themselves. Okay, that's much better. I like that. That's a lot better. So let's re-add our video. Okay, now we're selecting our background type as video, but on mobile, it's going to default to this image, so that's going to solve that issue for us. And then also, every time I kept refreshing the page, there was that picture of that girl first before the video loads in. That's because what happens is the way that the code works, it'll always load your picture first while the video is being loaded. That way it presents the user with something versus just a blank space. So that's pretty great. Okay. So back down here, let's get back to these. And this is a triple wide. As you notice, remember I said that the purples inside of Themify are rows, and then you have the columns in there and all that. So this one here is its own row, separate from this one. See how that one's got its own purple, and then this has its own purple. Okay. So up in here, and we could do this in the back end too, but sometimes it's better to just, if you want to use like a WYSIWYG, just use the front. So I'm actually going to change this to a 2 row. Now we have 2, and I'm going to eliminate these, and I'm going to go kind of a different direction with this. All right, so now we have 2 columns, or 2 rows, columns inside the row. And I wanted to add a picture on this side and some text on this side. And I think I'm going to use, I'm going to go for fancy text, I think. I really don't use fancy text that much, but I think in this case I will. So like a fancy heading. So we're going to do a fancy heading, and then styling wise, we're going to take a look at it. It has all your different alignment options and all that. We're going to go for a center. And then let's say for our heading, let's say who we are. Or like what we do or something like that, you know. What we're about, whatever. Whatever you think is most sufficient. You can even get rid of the subheading if you want, so it just has this little tiny thing in it, and I'll probably just do that. And then you're going to go for a text item, drop it in there, and let's style this text up a bit. Let's center it, or, no, not left, justified, just centered. Let's just go for centered. And then also, you see how it's kind of like this light gray. I'm going to go into the styling, and this is just desktops. Remember, everything else will default to it. And for the font family, we could change it. I really usually like Roboto because, you know, Google is Roboto. And if Google's using it, chances are highly likely it's a solid font. So I'm going to change that to Roboto. I'm going to go for that font weight's fine. Color, I'm going for black. You're going to see it's way more visible. See if without it, it's that gray. The black's, I think, personally a lot better. Also, I think they have Robo Slab or condensed. Yeah, I don't really want condensed. I want Roboto. Just regular Roboto. Okay, and then the font size, I'm going to go ahead and push this up. Whoa, not that big. Let's go for like 20, maybe 18. And I'm going to want this to be consistent across the page, by the way. Right now I'm just kind of exploring and playing around with stuff. Okay, not bad. Now we go back and write some text, and I'll probably speed up this part, but you're going to see I'm just going to write some kind of boilerplate stuff. Alright guys, so I just paused it real quick and I wrote some just boilerplate stuff. I just said we're an awesome flower shop located in Chicago. We specialize in weddings as well as other gatherings. Remember, I said I want to accentuate weddings. Our flowers are locally grown, delivered fresh every time, guaranteed. So, you know, we're not happy unless you are, blah, blah, blah. Don't take our word for it. Take a look at what our customers have to say below. This is where we'd insert an in-page anchor that scrolls to our client section. All right. So now we have kind of, this looks a little better. I really like this flow quite a bit better than that last flow with those 3 things on it. Okay, now let's look for a picture for over here for some flowers, and we're going to do that once again by heading over to pexels.com. This is where you can get lots of royalty-free stock photos, and it's not like a stockphoto.com or something where you still have to buy it. Pexels is in fact free. So let's go for flowers, and let's pick one that has a transparent backdrop, and I'll show you why, because I'm going to do something kind of slick here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this at the medium size. I'm going to go ahead and download this. And then if you guys remember, I showed you an online tool for photo editing called Pixlr. And Pixlr's pretty cool. It's an online photo editor. I actually use Photoshop most of the time. But Pixlr is kind of cool if you don't have it on your computer. So let's open an image, and we're going to open that flower we just saved. All right, I went ahead and moved it to my desktop. Let's go ahead and now upload it in. Which should just be Pexels. All right. The only reason I really put this in here is I wanted to do kind of like a round crop on it, or like a cutout. Yeah, here we go. So let's go for a shape, and I'm just going to drag this shape over. Okay, perfect. That's fine. I'm just fine with that. And let's go ahead and save that as a PNG or JPEG. No, you want PNG because you need background transparency. Okay, I put that on my desktop, so now we're going to go ahead and upload it into our site, or right here. So let's go ahead and go for a image drop-in, and then upload. We're going to upload that flower we just modified, and I don't want to insert it in full size. Usually it gives me the option to determine how big I want. Oh, never mind, that's going to be, okay, perfect. So what I want to do with this, and actually it doesn't look too bad, right? The resolution's good and everything, but what I wanted to do with it is I wanted to, and usually like if I had a picture of my store or something, I'd rather do that here, but since I don't have an actual store, I'm not going to do that. But in the styling, remember when I showed you animation? Well, here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to make it not a fade in. What I want it to do is I want it to like parallax scroll along, right? Hover animation or like a vertical scroll. Here we go. So vertical scrolling, I want it to go up and I want it to go at 5 speed. And I want to show you what that looks like. Okay, let's go for a preview. Actually, I don't know if it's going to work in that way. I might have to open it in a... if you want to see what your site actually looks like sometimes too, you can open it in private window because that way you're not logged in. You don't have like the tools or anything. See that? I don't really like how high up it is, honestly. Because see how it's like cutting into the other thing. But I was showing you an example of parallax scrolling items, right? Like items that can fly in and out. And an example I used this on, by the way, was a drone website. One time I was building a drone website, and it was like surveying type where it overlooked fields and stuff like that. And so I made the background of the website fields, and then the drones flew as you scrolled. It was actually a pretty cool website. All right. So back over here. Have I tried collections? No, I don't care. And I'm going to go ahead and change this actually because it started a little higher than I wanted it to start. Vertical scroll. And we could also send it to go down, which I think is interesting. But I'm actually going to take it off. And I'm just going to make it like bounce in instead. I'm going to make it like fade in maybe. I don't know. Hover animation. You can make it do stuff when you hover over it. Vertical scrolling is pretty cool. And horizontal scrolling where like it blurs in or effects in. It's pretty neat. But we're going to go ahead and just go for an entrance animation, attention seeking, fading. Let's go for a fade in, just like that. That's good. Save it, and then we can also head back over to our in private window and then do a refresh. All right, now let's scroll down. You're going to see it go whoop. Pretty cool, right? Fades in. I'm going to go ahead and leave that as a fade in. And I might change this up a little bit. Like I said, add links to it, and I'm not sure if I'm sold on this text. Sometimes I like to change that so it's a little more exciting looking. Like give it a better font. Yeah, there it is. You have to select it from these items because it's showing the different items you can edit, like the divider, the sub, the general. Okay, so let's give it a little more exciting font because I don't really think it's that exciting the way it is now. You know, which one was... I've done one in here before that I liked. It might have been Alpha Slab. Yeah, that's better. Alpha Slab is pretty good. Okay. It's really, really bold, but anyway. All right, so that's not looking terrible, right? That's much better. We just changed up that section a little bit, so when the person scrolls first thing, it's who we are and what we do. And that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And let's view it one more time on the in private window. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Looking pretty good. I wonder how it would look on mobile. Let's do that check before we go ahead and close this video out. Still really not too bad. I don't really like the flowers as big as it is. I might actually make it smaller on mobile. Like the size, I would probably make the image itself smaller. Yeah, I would. I would make it a little smaller. I don't know for sure though. I mean, it really is not terrible. But I also remember what I said about mobile too. I could actually just remove the image altogether, which I probably would do because it's pretty unnecessary. Like if it just went straight from the heading with the solid flower picture to the who we are, and then to these, that's probably what I will do. In fact, I'll probably just hide this on mobile. Okay, so now on a phone that'll be hidden. The phone won't actually see that. The who we are will just be straight under here. And when you hover over them, by the way, it shows you what it's hidden on the item itself. So every item you can view and see what it's hidden, what it's shown on. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap that one up right here. I don't want this video to go too long. This one's already probably like 15 minutes long, and I want to keep these in little chunks that are easy for people to review. Like, hey, you know, in this one we created like a who we are section, and we just started modifying, and then you were able to watch me modify real time in Themify, go pick an image, pixeler, change some Themify stuff, and modify real time. And we're just going to probably keep these up as I go. I'm probably going to do more and more like this until we get our homepage finished. And then start doing like the Google Maps API, go get a key, make that work, make sure our messaging system works, all that kind of stuff. Add a review section, just add some fake reviews, just grab some stock pictures of people for us. I wouldn't upload it like that. And then anyway, we're just going to keep working at it. So once again, I appreciate you guys watching. Comment, like, and definitely hit the subscribe and the bell. It'll keep you motivated to keep on rolling, and I'll see you guys in the next one.